When you live in a small town, everyone knows where you've been and what you have done. I've been trying to leave this old town since I...
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. I'm Zeta.
And I'm Kelly, and you're listening to
Two Sides and the Truth.
Okay, you ready to catch up?
I'm ready.
Do you have a lot?
I have some. It's more than I usually do, but
Well, I stayed home this last weekend, and it's the first time in a minute. And I left the house one time.
Oh, wow.
From Friday night through Sunday night. Well, Monday morning. I left the house one time. That was Sunday morning to go grocery shopping.
You had a chill weekend.
I organized these shit.
No, you sent me pictures. I was like,
I
oh my
did.
God. Because I didn't do anything. And I had all these plans to be like super productive, but I was not. And I'm glad that you were productive enough for the both of us because that made me feel a lot better. So I really appreciate you carrying us like that.
I was so productive that I thought I was nesting for a minute. Like I was pregnant. That's how productive I was. And, okay, so Zoe, we got her stuff that we could out of storage, and no phone call yet from Public Store just to keep everybody in the loop. They don't give a fuck. And no, and they can keep her shit. And it's just one less thing I have to find a home for.
Cut your losses.
Yeah. So she brought all this kitchen stuff, and it's great kitchen stuff because I bought it for her.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So, for different Christmases, whatever. When she got her first apartment, I bought her stuff, and so I was like, "Bring it on! I need it." So we've been going through it, and I was cleaning it, organizing it, and finding homes for everything. And I think I told you about that. And they put all this fucking Tupperware in my Tupperware things, and I opened it, and I pulled out a bowl, and everything under the sun came out of this cabinet, and my body, my soul left my body, and I lost my shit. And so I just like grabbed everything I could grab and like threw it on the ground and then just closed the cabinet and acted like nothing happened because I'm psycho. And Zoe just happened to walk out right as it happened, and she was the guilty culprit. And so it was a bad day. And she just, really, Mom? And she just left. And yeah, really.
Yeah.
Because
what else are you going to do?
I'm cooking. I got 6 things going on. I'm like frying something, and I'm like baking something, and I'm doing a lot of shit. And now I have Tupperware on the floor. And that's just something I hate.
Yeah.
And so I did maybe lose my shit, and I had a lot going on. So I decided I'm home this weekend, and I can't sit still.
Yeah.
So I decided it was time to organize. And okay, so I sent you the pictures of Tupperware, and let me tell you, it's the most organized ever. And now there's a rule that you're not allowed to put away Tupperware. Only I am.
Ever.
Because
nobody touched.
I don't
Tupperware.
need to go to prison.
Right.
And if you put a bowl where a lid goes, I might cut you. And so I'm trying to stay out of prison because I don't know if you've heard lately, but the policeman called on me a few times.
Yeah, we need to just try and live on the sunny
we didn't even
side.
tell one of the stories. So I don't even know one of those. Y'all, I can't tell that story.
Nah.
It's been twice in 2 weeks. And so I'm like, I'm going to have to live through this Tupperware situation. Maybe menopause is getting the best of me. I don't know. And so then we're like, I'm like, okay, I got the Tupperware done. And
Which I have to say, I'm very impressed that you found lids to everything.
Oh, yeah. I want to put that out there. I really...
That's like unheard of.
Oh, yeah. Out of like maybe 45 pieces of Tupperware, I found a lid for every bottom. There was not one topless bottom.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I did have a few extra tops, but not many, and they were mainly disposable ones, but not a single topless bottom. That's not the most impressive shit you've ever heard.
It pretty much is.
And so I'm in there doing it, and Madison spent all day Saturday at her house, like working on Dungeons and Dragons stuff at the kitchen table. Like I don't know what they do, but they do stuff on the computer apparently. Mm-hmm. And like she wasn't playing the game; she was like planning for the game. And Rick, I don't know what he was doing. He was in and out of the kitchen and whatever. And the other kids were in and out of the kitchen. And the whole time I'm working on fucking Tupperware, and I am happy. As you could tell in my text.
Yes.
I'm like, do you see this shit? I literally stopped in the middle and sent Kelly pictures of before and after of in the middle of it. So I gave you before, and then a few minutes later you get the after.
It was very impressive.
It was. It really was.
Was that?
And I don't have a big kitchen. My house is 100 years old. There wasn't big kitchens back then. So I'm like, okay, so I get that done, and Madison's cracking up because I'll be like, do you see this? Do you see? I'm like as excited with them. And they are not understanding it at first, but by the time it was over, they were hyped.
That's good. I'm glad they got the message.
So then I moved on to the pantry. I'm like consolidating rice boxes. I made a whole snack section for summer.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And then I moved on to the refrigerator, which I actually cleaned that out kind of once a week, pretty good, but I mean, I went all balls in. And then, because, the cycle continues, I did all the drawers. I have one drawer of just weird shit. Like, I'm not talking a junk drawer. I'm talking shit you need to cook with, but you don't really need. Like melon ball scoops.
Yeah.
And like pineapple core removers. And like avocado, like special cutters. Yeah. Because I am that dumb bitch.
Yeah.
And I'm really living my best life.
I mean, I'm proud of you.
That's almost all the catching up. I do have a little sad moment of catching up. I'm totally taking a whole swing direction here. I should have led with this so we could have ended it funny. But Zoe's cat passed away the night before last.
Aww.
And I don't know if y'all paid attention, but my daughter is a cat mom and could give a shit about kids. I'll never get a grandkid out of her. And that's fine. I have, And so when she moved home, Zoe moved home like 8 months ago, we lost the cat that escaped out of the truck as we were moving in. And she was devastated and it was horrible. And for 8 hours, we searched Austin with the homeless in the woods. It was horrible and scary. And I thought I was going to die for this black cat with no collar on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did not find it. So one cat down, she had 3. We get here, we get the special needs cat, and we have the sweet cat, Fred, named after Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit.
Very nice.
Yeah. So Fred's sweet. He's sweet as can be. And then we has her special needs cat, One Eye, as in Juan, because he has one eye. Mm-hmm. And Juan is very special.
It still gets me.
And if you listen to the old podcast, you realize I had to build a whole catio because he smelled so bad. Mm-hmm. And he's not allowed in the house. And therefore, bless Fred's heart, he ended up out there with him because I felt like it's a big catio. It's huge. It's 20 by 20. Like they have a lot of space. Mm-hmm. But I felt like it was cruel to leave Juan by himself.
Yeah.
And I don't need 3 cats in my house.
No.
And so, and Rick's not going for that either. Anyways,
there's not enough territory for that.
No.
They have their own territory.
No, you got to have so much square foot per
You really
cat.
do.
Even us, we have one indoor cat that's tiny. She's a small cat. And one indoor outdoor that prefers to be outdoor that's fat. And that's a good ratio. It's like 1.5 because he's outdoors so much.
Yeah.
And they're well behaved. Her cat's not as well behaved. So anyway, on 2 nights ago, Zoe, we have dinner, and then I go out to like water my plants, and Zoe comes out hysterical, and she was like, I don't know what's going on. Fred is sick. I just found him in the catio. He's thrown up. He's lethargic. I don't know what's going on. He's limp. And so I run in to help him. Mm-hmm. And I grab him, and I don't know what's going on. He has a full bowl of water, so he's not dehydrated. I mean, it's hot here, but it's not as hot as it gets. He's been through worse.
Yeah, and they're not in the sun.
And they're not in the sun. They have a great spot. Yeah. And the other cat's perfectly fine. So I don't know what happened to him, but he was definitely sick. And I was like, let's put some fluids in him. Let's figure this out. And my thought process was we're going to like basically stabilize him a little bit and then decide if we need to take him in and deal with emergency care. But it's like 9:30 at night, or 9 o'clock at night when it starts. And I'm like, I'm up late. I usually go to bed earlier than that. And so I'm like, okay, she's hysterical. Zoe is not a lot of help at this point. She did throw him in the bath because her initial thought was, what if somehow he got overheated? What if he didn't drink any of the water or what, So she threw him in the bath to cool him down, but I don't think that was it. So then she brings him in a room and he starts acting a little bit better. So I run to the grocery store and get him like electrolytes. Mm-hmm. And I get a syringe and I am syringing electrolytes into his mouth just to make sure he's fully got all his fluids in. What if he's been throwing up or something and we don't know, And then he started acting a little bit better. I mean, in about 10 minutes, he's like lifting his head. He's trying to get up and he's like trying to flip over and he's moving all around on the bed, like kind of rolling. And I was like, okay, I think we got him stabilized, And so then I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a shower. We're going to decide what we need to do next, basically. I'm in the shower. Zoe thinks he's died. Like he went from doing so much better to like, I think he's dead. And I kept my phone next to the shower just in case. So I checked it and I saw that. So like I jumped out of the shower and I ran downstairs and he was still alive, but just barely. And Zoe was freaking out. So I just pet this poor cat until he died. He died like immediately. And I just pet him and 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 just gave him all the love I could give him. Because I knew I could not. It's 9:30 at night. We're in Waxahachie. There is nothing open within 30 minutes of here for an emergency vet. We would not have made it. I was like, I'm going to give him a second. I could tell. At that point, you knew it was over. And so I just kept petting him and petting him. And Zoe, bless her heart, it was horrible. It was horrible. So we dealt with him. He's been buried and, you know.
R.I.P. Juana.
No,
Or Fred.
Juana's still alive.
R.I.P. Fred.
So the only cat of the 3 left
One eye.
is One Eye.
You know, that does not surprise me though, because obviously that cat has some fight in him. Because
He doesn't even know how to
he
drink.
has made it this long.
He can't even clean himself. He spends all day doing one of 2 things, and I'm not kidding. Running in circles, or he gets on this, like, I don't know what you would call it, round thing we have of wood, and balances on it. Like all day long. That's all he does. And in the wintertime, you have to show him where to get warmth. You have to put him in the warmth, or he'll just die of cold. Horrible.
Well, he's doing something right, I guess.
Oh my God. And he's the one alive, so Zoe's just devastated.
Poor
Yeah.
Zoe.
I know.
Sorry.
So that is where we are. And I mean, I hate to make light of it because it was heartbreaking. I hate to do that. And I will say, I don't want to make this deep or go too much into it, but I have been there now when I lost my mom and I lost my brother, and I've lost a few animals over my lifetime. And when I lost animals before I lost those 2, and I was holding their hands, you know, or touching them when they passed away. I was holding my mom's hand, I was touching my brother. And it didn't scare me. Like, you know, death's scary. Mm-hmm. And feeling someone you love dead is not like feeling, it's horrible. It's scary, you know? But it's also like the coolest fucking thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
The 2 like most memorable, most emotional, most like thing I've ever done was give birth. And I can truly say I love giving birth. I think I have 4 kids because the actual process of giving birth to me is the coolest fucking thing you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the actual, it's like every emotion you have and every physical pain at one time. And you're like, this is so cool that fuck the pain. Like, it's cool.
Right.
And that's a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
So that's a really cool thing.
It is. I think that it's so cool that women are the portals into this world.
Yeah.
Like
It's a
that,
rush.
That's crazy to
It's
me.
the most powerful thing ever.
It's crazy.
I absolutely loved childbirth. And I'm not going to say I love death, but I will say losing my mom and my brother and holding their hand and their leg in the process of it just was such a strong emotion. Like, it's just, I don't want to say it's cool. That's not the right word, but it's impactful,
Yes.
you know? And then you become more comfortable and you realize what you should be doing when someone's dying or something is dying is giving them comfort.
Yes, and being there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so as the cat's dying, of all the animals I've lost, and I've lost plenty in my fucking 49 years, of all the animals I lost, it's the first one I felt comfortable comforting and touching and feeling. And it was just kind. I don't know how else to explain it. And Zoe couldn't do it. So I could, and that was cool.
That is good.
Yeah.
I
didn't mean to go deep,
No,
but
that's fine. That's a really good one though, because like I've never been by a bedside of a person that was passing. I've never had that experience. I'm sure I will one day, and I actually hope that I get that chance if I lose someone close to me, that I'm able to, because I really feel like that would be very helpful in the grieving process, to actually be able to say goodbye and to be there and to feel that.
Yeah.
So I really hope that I'm able to have that experience. The only time I ever did was there for an animal was one time when I was young and I had a dog, and I witnessed my dog getting hit by a car.
Oh yeah.
And so
That's so horrible.
It really was. But it was so hard, but I stayed there with it because I knew that it wasn't going to make it. And so I stayed there, and I was by its side, and I was petting it until he passed. And that was the hardest thing.
Is it not crazy how powerful that is?
It really is. Because I so vividly remember, and I was very young, but I so vividly remember that entire process, the entire time, everything that happened from before he got hit by a car until even later on that evening, because we went to church that night, and my dad was also there, and so he witnessed that. He didn't witness it getting hit by a car, but all of the aftermath, and he was there with me while we were. He helped me bury it, and he was wondering if I still wanted to go to church, but I wanted to, and so. But that whole time, I remember everything so vividly because it was so impactful to me.
Yeah,
and
it is, man. Animals. Damn
Sorry.
it. Didn't mean to be, but I was funny at
now
first.
that everybody's crying.
Catch us up, Kelly.
Sorry. So we're in week 3 of summer camp, and I feel like I need an exorcism. I swear.
This full-time job shit, it sucks, doesn't it?
And especially with having the younger kids. I love the younger kids. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love working with them. But oh my gosh, it is not for the faint of heart. I tell you that. And I feel for moms. I know that I'm not a mom. I'm a part-time mom, but how many times I hear my name a day, I just want to change my name by the end of the day. I'm like, nope, I don't know who Miss Kelly is. You're gonna have to go look
Kelly
somewhere
who?
else.
We don't have a Kelly here.
I don't know that name, so I'm sorry.
Sorry, what's your name? I'm not telling you.
It's a secret. And also, I have a co. Whatever, like I have a team member, so it's not just
Coworker.
me. So I have a coworker who is my teammate on our team, so another team lead. And I get to a point where the kids are come ask me things, I'm like, go ask Mr. Eddie. I'm sure he loves that because he's like waddle over there, Mr. Eddie. I'm like, I don't know, go ask Mr. Eddie. Mr. Eddie has the answer to that question.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Or I accidentally misplace my walkie. And if a kid wants to go to the restroom or go get a drink of water or leave the room that they're in, you have to walkie. Be like, so-and-so is going to the restroom, or so-and-so is going to get water, or so-and-so is going to the front. And I'll be like, and they'll come and ask me, can I go to the restroom or can I do this? I'm like, I don't have my walkie. You're going to have to go tell Mr. Eddie.
I love it. So your walkie's at home hidden.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I got my walkie.
That's funny.
Yeah. So this is going great. Except for... also, when you're working with little kids, of course, that's the age where they obviously can't keep their hands to themselves. So I had some issues today going to the movie theater. We went to the movie theater for the first time. And they do really good, but I had to ride a couple of kids that were touching each other inappropriately. Not funny.
How old are they?
It's not funny, but it's, they're like, what? So I have kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and some
little.
young third graders. And it wasn't anything too horrible. It was just hitting people on the bottom and stuff like that. Like
but still, there's a line.
I know, and that's why I have to. I
cut that.
I went on one.
What is that? Nip that in the butt.
I know.
Quick.
Counseled with them to let them know how. I know that they were just playing, but you can't play like that because that leads to it makes people uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. We went over the no square. They all know the no square, and I'm like, and I really try to reiterate with them how they really need to take it seriously because. It's not funny and it's not how we play.
This job is the best birth control ever.
It really is, honestly.
Yeah. You might as well throw a condom over your whole body.
So we had that, which is also sad because if you get written up, you can't go on any more field trips for that week. And so we're going to the pool tomorrow, and so I have 2 people who can't go to the pool. And so that's sad for them.
That sucks, yeah.
And I have another kid in our class who is he is the most challenging for me. And it's because he can't control his emotions. And so if he gets mad, it's just a roller coaster from there. And you never know what he's going to do. And that's what scares me the most. And not just for like my safety, because obviously, I don't really think he's going to hurt me, but he has lashed out at me but I don't want him hurting the kids. Like that's the problem. And I don't want the kids scared of him. And he's flipped over benches. He has picked up, so we have folding chairs, like white chairs. And he kicked it and like, you know, it folded on the ground, and he picked it up like WWE style and chunks it. Okay.
Yeah. So you could really hurt someone.
And that's what I was like, yeah, you don't know what's going to happen. So to me, I'm on pins and needles all the time. And I hate feeling like that. Yeah. Like, cause then I don't feel like I'm giving my best care to the other kids because I'm on edge, and and so I don't always react to them with the sensitivity or the playfulness that I need to.
Right.
Because I am so on edge.
Yeah.
And that's not fair to them.
No.
And I catch
on guard almost.
Yeah, and I catch myself all the time. I'm like, I didn't need to say that sharp.
Right.
Or I need to give more grace, or it's not that big of a deal to let them do this. I didn't need to say no. But I feel like if I can't focus on what they're doing because I'm looking over here and watching what he's doing, it just takes away from the care that I want to be able to give.
This is parenting.
Yeah.
This is what parenting feels like.
I know.
Especially if you have one with special needs.
Yeah, it's
this
super
is
hard.
exactly what parenting looks like.
And it makes me feel bad because I want to be able to help him, and I want to be able to get on his level and to help him wind back down, or to give him the care that he needs. But I can't do one-on-one with him all the time.
Yeah, because you got to be worried about everybody
I have
else.
20 other kids.
Yeah.
And so it kind of just tears me in two, because I want to be able to do everything I can for him, but I also have other kids that I have to be doing. So he needs to be in a facility that is able to give him more one-on-one care.
Here's the problem with that as someone with special needs kids. Those facilities don't exist.
I know they don't. I know. We're the closest thing to being able to have that kind of facility, but we don't have the staff. Right now.
Oh, that's true.
And so if we had the staff, I could, because I used to be a floater, so I could do those kinds of things. I could follow around the kids who needed more of that one-on-one care. But we don't have the amount of staff now, and so I am now a part of a group. I'm a staff member, a lead over a group, and I'm not a floater. I can't just float around and follow this kid.
Is like the education system and parenting all in one.
I know.
It really is. I mean, you think about all the teachers that have kids, you know, kids that are special needs in a classroom with kids that are not special needs, and they have to deal with all the different special needs. And as a parent of two kids with special needs, I understand what that looks like. Mm-hmm. And I know it's hard. Like, I know it's a lot for the teacher, and I feel for the teacher. I also feel for my kid. Yeah. And so I see, like, you're kind of having to live both parts right now.
I know.
Yeah.
It's hard.
So, all right. What do you got? Anything funny?
Well, I do, because I really liked this week because I got yesterday off. So I got Juneteenth off. So I was very excited about that. But Dante had to go to work.
Ironic. For listeners that don't know, Dante
is African American.
So
he had to go to work. So I was like, "Don't worry, babe. I'll celebrate for you."
That's the funniest thing ever.
I got you, boo.
That is funny.
He was like, "Figures."
Say what? Did you work Cinco de Mayo? I don't know. Oh
I can't. I think. Yeah, I don't think we got Cinco de Mayo off. So
but that's not really considered a national holiday.
It's not.
But Juneteenth is.
Yeah, I felt bad for him.
That's really funny. Okay, what else you got?
Another thing is, it's not funny, but my car. I had to put my car back in the shop because, I just have an older vehicle. It's a '94 Honda Accord, and it is exactly the car that I want, though. I was able to get a new car. I did not want a new car. I like older vehicles. Yeah. I like a 90s.
You're like me with houses.
I like 80s, 90s vehicles. I just love them. I don't know why. I just
because you were born then, and it's vintage to you. It's like me liking 70s vehicles. It's nostalgic.
It makes me happy. I don't want a new car that's like a spaceship. I just don't. That's just, it's cool, and I'm not, it's nothing bad, but it's just not what I want.
Honestly, anyone that knows you would not be surprised.
I know. So if you could offer me a brand new car with all the bells and whistles, or my car, and I'm gonna want my car. And
I want the bells and whistles. I want the brand new car.
You can have it.
I had the '94 Honda Accord in '94.
It makes me so happy.
No, I didn't have it in '94. I had it in like 2000. So, honestly. So I feel you.
but,
and a Honda's a good car. Honda will get you
they
there.
really
Yeah.
are. And I've wanted this car for a really long time. So I was really happy when I got it, because it kind of just fell in my lap. And so, but I honestly still, I got it I think in 2000.
years?
I got it in 2020. I think
Look at me nailing it 4 years.
2020. I think I got it, and I still, with what I bought for it and all the stuff that I've put into it, like all the maintenance that I've done, I'm still under 10 grand. I'm under 7 grand. Like
Yeah.
I haven't spent a lot on the car.
Right.
And to last me this long,
Right.
I would much prefer that than been paying a
Just
a
hang
car
on to
payment.
it. It's gonna be vintage, and it's something
Yeah, I
to be
just
worth
really
a lot
love
more.
it. And next year, I mean, I already didn't have to pay a lot of stuff because of this older vehicle. And, starting next year, I won't have to get it inspected anymore. You just have to get it, you just have to get it.
Really?
Insurance.
Oh, once it's sold?
Yeah, starting next year, they're not doing
They're not?
inspections anymore. It's just the registration. So
I had
you'll
no
pay.
idea.
Yeah, you'll just have to do registration on your cars. Yeah, that's what I heard anyway, and I checked into it, and I'm pretty sure that that's the case. It's like
Interesting.
you don't have to go. It might be a certain year. I'm not sure, but I really think it is that they're just doing away with inspections. You just have to go get it registered.
Interesting.
So really happy about that.
That's really good because my my truck expired. I haven't gotten my truck inspected or whatever since I bought it. And so
Love that.
You know me. So last August,
Women power.
It expired. They give you 2 years in Texas, the first 2 years, and so it hit 2 years in August. And so so now I have a goal. Now it's August. I'm gonna wait till August because now I'm like, come on, you can make it a year. And so I've been driving with an expired tag since August.
Living on the edge.
I keep thinking Rick's gonna notice and get on to me because he is not like that. He's gonna get on to me. I mean, he did drive without a license for 15 years, but he's past that point in life. He's bona fide now.
Yeah.
And so I keep thinking he's going to see it. And he actually washed my truck. And I thought, this is it. He's going to come in and get mad at me. And I almost told him not to wash my truck. That was what he did for Mother's Day. Because I thought he's going to catch on. He doesn't listen to podcasts or he would know this now.
You just gave it away.
He's like, I don't want to hear your fucking stories again. Twice? I've already heard them. You never shut up. So I'm like, this is it. He didn't notice. And he's so like meticulous about things. I was shocked. So now I'm like, it's June. I'm going to make it. Knock on wood. Wait. No, fake wood.
I hope that counts.
I feel like it does. And that's where I am in life. No, it's been and I mean, I've got insurance. There's no lights on it. My truck is brand new. And I think that's the key is how new it is that they don't even think to look.
I guess so.
And, but yeah, I've been living like a fucking outlaw.
Yeah. Well, and so on my car, now what I had to get changed was the upper steering arms. I don't know a lot about cars, but like what actually steers the front wheels, was like way past needing to be replaced, which doesn't surprise me because it's a really old vehicle and it's probably never been replaced. And then I had to get the like tire rods or whatever replaced as well. So the things that like make the front wheel tires work. So pretty important.
Yeah.
But I'm really sad because I was so excited about summer and like working full time. And I'm like, it sucks, but the paychecks are not going to suck. But my very first paycheck is going towards fixing my vehicle. So that's not the best. But I was trying to stay on the sunny side and be like, well, it's a good thing it hit right now because you've got plenty of money because you have been working extra hours. So just be happy and not negative. So I would just much rather be spending it on tattoos,
I feel like my catching up was better than yours.
Well, duh.
And I didn't even do anything but organize shit. I thought for sure you're one up in me this time.
Mine has not been a lot of good things.
This is this working full time shit. It's killing you.
It really is.
This is not your life.
But a good thing though, my tattoo artist patient, she knows that I'm a bookie. I like to read books. So she recommended me a book, and I just had finished a series that I was reading. And so I started this one and it's called Scythe. SCYTHE. So if you are a book reader, I would recommend this. I'm only on the first book and only like 30 chapters in, but it is so good. I love it. It's very like, I'm not going to tell you a lot about it, but it's based on like a future world where we've pretty much figured out how to not die. We can program our bodies to like heal anything that happens to us. And so people can like reset back to younger selves. They call it turning back, whatever, turning the corner, whatever. So you could reset to be younger. And so basically you can never die. Even if you're like in an accident, they can take you back to the hospital and revive you no matter what happens to you. It just takes, a few days or whatever to, get you regenerated. So anyways, in this time period where nobody dies, the earth gets overpopulated. So they have what are called scythes that go in what they call glean, which is killing. It's legal for them to kill whoever they want to kill because nobody can die. So they can kill people
because they have to, or people
because they have to. Yes. So, and that's all I'm going to say. But it's really cool. I love stories that have a lot of like a lot of characters and a lot of details and it's really good. So if you are a book reader and you haven't read it, read Scythe. Also, let me know what you think about it because I'm like so into it right now. And I've been messaging back and forth with patients about, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So yeah.
Well, my takeaway from that is all that free time, man, no kid life is awesome.
Right.
There's your.
I think it's so cool.
There's where you want up to
because you can
have so much free time.
What I loved about this, like thinking about in the book, is like you can live a whole life, like you can get married and have kids and like raise your kids,
and then start back
over.
And
then once your kids are grown up, you can turn the clock back and be young again and just live a whole nother life. Oh my gosh. I was like, sign me up.
Yeah. After the first set of kids, you'd be like, no, I don't need to do it again.
I'm good. I had that experience.
Yeah.
Now we're just going to live.
Was awesome.
And just hope that you don't get gleaned.
Yeah. Oh, well,
that was it.
Valid. All right. You got anything else?
That's it.
That was a lot of catching up. We did good.
I know. We're so good. Hey, Zeta, you know what time it is?
What time is it, Kelly?
It's time to pop the top
on the topic of the day.
Okay, so topic of the day is things I hate.
Or things that piss me off.
Or things that piss me off. It goes both ways. That's pretty much the same thing. So this can be funny or this can not be funny, but you want to just go back and forth?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to start with the first thing. My microphone has limp dick.
First thing that pisses me off. Limp dick.
Limp dick. Rather it be a microphone or a dick. No.
This is not fun.
But for real, I have this problem on the podcast with Al and this podcast. My microphone set up there and my microphone. And we have totally different microphone setups.
Yeah.
Like here we have like the arms.
Yeah.
And there I have like a microphone stand, but mine has limp dick. You can't tighten it and it like falls.
Yeah.
So I have to and I'm tall. So I'm like, hello, like way down.
Way down here.
Yeah. And I know y'all can't see me, but imagine I'm having to tilt down. And on this one, when we got the setup for this podcast, it was supposed to come with 2 arms and it only came with 1. And so I have the original arm and Kelly has the arm I ordered for the second arm. Hers is awesome and a young stud.
Yeah.
It's a young stud of a microphone.
Always ready to go.
And mine's 65 and has a limp dick. It's a big one because mine is bigger than yours.
Yes, it is. It's
but what's the point of a big one if it's limp?
That's very true.
So that is one thing that pisses me off.
Doing nothing for you.
Yeah, that's where I want to start. What you got?
I love it.
You're welcome.
Well, one of the things that pissed me. Well, first off, I want to say, it's not very often that I get pissed off, and that's only because I have done a lot of hard work to not let people piss me off. I try to and because I work with kids, you just have to stay above a lot of just pettiness and I'm not going to go there. I'm going to pick my battles.
I've done the opposite work because I used to let everyone run over me.
Yeah.
And now you piss me off.
Yeah.
So maybe it's good for me and it's not good for you.
It's just, it's just one of those things that I've just gotten to the point there. I just don't care. And it's not that I don't care what people think about me, because honestly, I do care, but I don't care enough to make it upset me. because I don't want to be a bad person. I want people to think good of me. I want to be the type of person that people respect. So in that aspect, I do care what people think about me because I don't want them being misinformed. I don't want to be a bad person. I don't want to have a necessarily bad
I don't
rep.
care what people think about me either. I just don't like disrespect.
Yeah, I really don't. But on the other hand is something that I don't even intentionally do, but because of having trauma from a young age, the way that my brain has developed is I dissociate. And so if you are the person who gets me to the point where you have upped my anxiety or you've made me feel uncomfortable or I'm getting to that point, my brain will make me dissociate. And so I will then go from starting to get upset to I have clocked out. I'm no longer listening to you. You no longer matter to me. I'm forgetting everything about you and I am moving on because I'm not going to entertain that. And so there have been many instances where I've met somebody and they have made me feel uncomfortable or upset me, and my brain just goes, nope, and we move on, and it's like Control-Alt-Delete. Like, I've forgotten what you look like, I've forgotten the infraction that you have made, because my brain is not gonna, it has nowhere to put that. It's just bye.
Yeah.
Bye. And then I will meet a person over again, and to me, I don't remember anything, but my body reacts because it remembers. Like, my subconscious remembers that person and they're like, nope, we don't like this person. And I listen to that even though I'm like, what's going on? I don't know who this is. But then if I really dig deep and I like meditate on it, I can unlock it sometimes. I'm like, oh, we don't like that person.
Right.
Ooh, okay, let's forget them again. But that's what happens. So a lot of times if you piss me off, it's just without me even trying. I just forget about it and I move on. I dissociate. Goodbye. It doesn't matter.
I am exactly the same way. I will. I there's two meets. I'm gonna forget you exist.
Yeah.
Legit. And I'll meet you again, and I'll be like, my gut will usually tell me. Sometimes it won't tell me till you say a few things, and then I still don't know who you are. But I'm like, I know I don't like her.
Yeah.
Or him, or
I don't like you.
Yeah, I don't remember why, but I'm pretty sure there's a reason.
Yeah.
You know, or I hate you for life.
Yeah.
I don't know if hate's the right word, but
you're-
I know you're banned.
You're off my top 8.
You're off. Yeah. You ain't cool. You're a bitch.
Yeah, we don't like
I don't know why, but I know you're a bitch.
Very true.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so my next one is when someone tells you to smile, you'll be prettier.
Oh, yeah. That is for sure. I hate that.
I want to stab
Why don't you smile? Why don't you just
Yeah,
smile?
if you smile,
There's
you'll be
no
prettier.
quicker way to piss somebody off.
Or
than
like
tell them to
I work
smile.
with a bunch of men. Like my clientele is men at work in construction, and they will come see me, and they'll be like, "Oh, you in a bad mood? What's going on? You don't look happy." No, bitch, I'm just working. I'm fine. Do you go to work happy?
Right.
I'm not in a bad mood, but I'm not fucking floating in the river. There's not a beer in my hand. I'm working. How happy do you want me to be? So, yeah. And do they ever tell their coworkers that are male, hey,
Right.
if you smiled, you'd be prettier?
You'd be a lot prettier.
Or do they tell their male coworker, you in a bad mood today? You okay?
Yeah. Want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Want to talk about your feelings?
You good? Do you ever think they like go to the grocery store and their cashier is a guy and they're like, hey, you in a bad mood today? You okay? Everything all right?
Turn that frown upside down.
Oh my God, you'd be so much prettier. I want
No.
to stab you. Okay, what you got?
Okay, so this one's a little bit, I'm going to give you the backstory to it. But I do not like when people say rude things or body shaming things or negative things to people who are actively trying to better themselves. And the reason I say this is because I go walking with my boyfriend every day. Well, not every day, but most of the time. And it never fails. He knows everybody in this town because he grew up in this town. And he will have people making comments to him about, oh, well, it's good because you need to lose that gut. Or, oh, you should be running, not walking, Dante. And they think they're being funny. He laughs it off because he's not the kind of person
That cares.
He doesn't. And if he does care, he's never going to say he cares. But it infuriates me. And I just let it go, just let it go, just let it go. But I told him this last time that it happened, I told him that I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm not gonna let it go anymore. The next person who makes a comment like that, they're gonna hear what I have to say about it. Right. And I am just nice because these are all people that he knows. These are people that he grew up with.
This is where Zeta almost goes to jail.
And I just let it go, but I am not doing that anymore because first of all, you are out and you are actively trying to make steps to be healthier. And why would people tear somebody down when they see that they're actively trying to do something? And if they're your friend, why are they going to make that comment? And why do you have friends like that? Like, I don't understand. I would not have friends like that. No. If my friend said something to me like that, you're no longer my friend. Thank you and goodbye.
Yeah.
But I don't get it. And I understand that he's a man and they don't do the same things. I was like, but that's my man. So if he's not going to say something about it, I will.
And it's in front of you.
Yeah, I will say something about it. I'm not going to stay quiet anymore because that's disrespectful. And if you're going to allow it, I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to allow disrespect like that, especially not in front of my face. And you're saying it to him. This is a package deal. We're both out doing something. We're trying to be healthy. We're trying to stay, active. And you're saying negative things about him, and I'm standing right next to him. So you're saying negative things about me too. You're just not saying it to me. Right. But we're a package deal here. We're both,
working on yourselves.
Working on ourselves. Why would you do that?
Right.
Why would you? And why do you think that you have the right to do it? I just don't understand that kind of mindset. I would never, in my wildest dreams, yell out the window to somebody who is out jogging or walking and telling them, "Oh, it's good. You need to do something. Oh my gosh."
Yeah.
Like, I don't curse, but I want to. I do, but I don't curse at people. I don't say like "fuck you" or anything like that. But it makes me want to so bad. I was fuming.
You sound like me right now.
And he was telling me, "Okay, but you just got to calm down." I didn't want to talk.
No, you don't.
The rest of the walk, I didn't say anything to him, even though he didn't do anything wrong. But I was just like, I want you to. I don't want him to be mad, but I was like, I want you to demand more respect than that. And I know that you're not going to do that because it doesn't matter to you and you're not going to do, but it just gets under my skin. Oh my God. Okay. So I'm done. I'm getting hot just thinking about it. So let's just go. You go.
All right. Well, we're going to stab them too.
Okay.
Okay. Here's one. I don't like crunchy towels.
No.
They piss me off.
Neither do I. I don't either. Textures of towels really matter to me.
I'm talking clean crunchy towels.
Yeah.
Like these aren't crunchy because comes on them. These are crunchy because
crunchy cum towels.
Because you don't have fabric softener. I don't know. Or you have cheap towels. I don't know. But I'm not a fan. Rick is the opposite. I can't even find a crunchy enough towel new because I don't know where to go. I don't know. Napa. I don't know. Auto parts stores. Where do you find crunchy towels? I don't know, but that's what he likes.
They have to be seasoned. Like, I understand what you're talking about because I'm in between.
Y'all hear that noise? Rick's home.
Yeah,
that's
home.
the girl.
We got to wrap it up, guys. Sorry, bye.
Yeah, no, and I don't like crunchy towels, and he does. Mm-hmm. And so I have to wash our towels separately and not put fabric softener because he doesn't like it. And we have to have separate towels. Like, my towels are big and fluffy. And they're soft.
Yeah, I don't like big fluffy
flowers.
towels. I have to have like a in between because I don't like this. I don't like the super fluffy. I feel like it's just fuzzy. I don't like that. Oh,
neither does he.
I don't feel like it is soaking up. I want something that is a little bit rougher because I feel like it's actually soaking up the water because it's dry.
Well,
drier.
This is probably why I like soft towels like I do, because years and years ago I read that when you put your lotion on your body, you're supposed to put it on your body before you dry your body.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I can't do that. I lotion myself up first, and then when I use a crunchy towel, I feel like I just wiped it all off and maybe gave myself a rash.
That's true. I honestly don't even like towels. I don't like being wet though, so like I have to like immediately dry off as soon as I get out of the shower.
Hang on, Rick, do you want to join us on the podcast? Oh, he just moaned.
I heard him say something like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then he walked out.
He tried so hard, y'all. He stayed home out late.
He thought, we took too long catching up just between us before we started our catching up. So he probably thought that we would be done by now. And we would have, but we talk a lot.
I know.
Before we even press record, we talk a lot.
I know. Yeah, we caught up for like 35 minutes. Okay, crunchy towels. What you got? What's your next one?
Okay, so my next one is people who think they are entitled to answers from you. So you obviously can ask anything that you want to ask, but that does not mean that I have to give you an answer. I don't have to answer you. I don't have to tell you anything about myself I don't want to. And there's a lot of times that people will ask you a question and they're like, how dare you not answer me? Like, that is one of my pet peeves. I'm like, I don't have to tell you anything about myself. Like,
Right.
you can ask, but that does not mean you're entitled to any kind of information.
Right.
I don't have to tell you how old I am. I don't have to tell you where I live. I don't have to tell you if
I have a boyfriend.
If I have a boyfriend, if I'm married, if I have kids. I don't have to tell you what ethnicity I am.
Why am I not married yet?
I don't have to tell you any of these things.
Why am I not smiling?
Right? Yeah. So that's another thing.
That's a good one.
It's a good one.
What pisses me off? Mansplaining.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I feel like y'all already get this because I've talked about it enough times, but it absolutely is one of my biggest pet peeves. Mansplaining. That's really all I have to say. If you're telling me how to do something I've done for 49 years or for 10 years or for 5 years, I have a situation currently in my life. I'm not going to divulge how. It's not Rick. Of somebody that doesn't do what I do that I've been doing for a long time and they've never done it and they love to give me advice and they love me, tell me how to do what you normally do. And I'm like, you've never actually done what I do, And so I've gotten to the point now that I'm like, please stop mansplaining to me. Please stop mansplaining to me, And so that wasn't working. So now I womansplain what they do. So they
get them back.
Yeah, no, I mean let's all be uncomfortable and disrespected.
Right? I think we should all just start women's planning everything.
Yeah. So that's my new thing. I'm now a woman's planner.
I love it. I'm going to jump on board.
All right, good.
I don't.
All right. We're gonna start a new war. All right, what you got? What's your next one?
Well, I don't think I wrote anything else down.
Okay, I got one.
Yeah, you go.
Smelly lunches. Listen, have you ever been in a break room and you share a break room and some bitch shows up with fish? Do I like fish? Yes. Do I want to smell your fish the next day? No.
I can't eat reheated fish.
No.
I don't really see how people can.
No,
but
I don't either.
I definitely can't.
I
can hardly eat it the first time.
Our shrimp. And here's the other one. Any kind of barbecue with liquid smoke the next day at lunch.
Oh my
because
gosh,
the whole break room will smell like that for like 2 hours. So, yeah, smelly lunches.
I love bonfires, but I hate smelling like bonfires afterwards.
I feel
That's
you
something
because
that I hate.
I wash the
because
sheets every weekend.
You can't get that out. It takes forever to get smoke out of your hair, out of anything.
Out of everything. And I I washed all the sheets Saturday. Yeah. Father's Day was Sunday. And so Rick tells me Saturday night after I've washed the sheets and made the bed, he says, "Oh, I'm gonna smoke a brisket all night for your dad for Father's Day." Okay.
On these fresh sheets.
Which means every hour he's getting in and out of bed.
I see where this is going.
And guess who canceled on Father's Day? My dad.
Oh, nice.
So I have brisket sheets, but also got a brisket. I did also get the brisket.
Okay, well, I mean,
For
silver
Father's Day,
lining.
I made him fresh baked bread.
fresh baked bed.
I made him, Rick made him the brisket. We had made fajitas the night before, and I had the whole fixings, and I made him his whole own setup. Everything you need for these amazing fajitas. And then I made, I had some fresh watermelon for him. That's what he was getting for Father's Day. It was a bunch of good food. And he canceled on me and I had to eat a lot of shit.
Oh, poor kid.
Cobbler. That's all I did all weekend was bake and organize. I know.
You could have called in reinforcements.
I could have.
And by that, I mean me.
Yeah. The other one, dirty feet and dirty hands. I absolutely hate the feeling of dirty hands. Yeah. And when I was a kid, I'm 5'10", and so when I was growing up, I was always tall. And everyone was, "You play basketball?" No, I don't like my hands getting dirty. And basketballs are dirty.
Very dirty.
They're dusty. I don't know what it is. There's a feel about them, and I couldn't stand it even as a child. And so no, I don't play sports because I do not like to get dirty. Now, do I like to jump in a river? Yes.
Yeah. Different.
Do I like?
Different.
I will do dirty things. I will play in mud. I just need to immediately be able to wash my hands. I hate the feeling of particularly dust on my hands.
I hate chalk. I cannot touch chalk.
Yeah.
I can't.
Feel you.
I cannot
Exactly.
touch chalk.
Exactly.
The kids were playing with. I've never been able to.
Yeah.
And back when school, when we had chalkboards before they moved to the dry erase
Whiteboards,
boards,
yeah.
I couldn't go up and do things that the teacher wanted on the board. I'm
you had
like,
to catch the chalk.
Can I write it on a piece of paper? Because I cannot. I can't stand the feel of of touching chalk, and I can't stand the feel of
we had
writing with
some
it.
teachers.
The scrapey, itchy. Oh gosh.
yeah, that's
I can't.
true.
I can't.
We had some teachers that had the silver little chalk holders I understood that feeling.
I can't do it. I can't even think about
Yeah.
it. It's hard. It hurts.
Yeah.
The kids were playing with chalk. We took them out to do chalk drawings
And it was
this
driving you
week,
nuts.
and I was like, "Why did I plan this?" Because I'm like itching all over, and then they wanted me to do it too. Because I always do whatever they're doing as well.
Yeah.
Like I join in the games.
But no, not that.
That I was like, I'm just gonna have to just tell me when you're done. I'll come look at your masterpiece. I can't. Nope. Can you draw me a circle? Nope. Can you draw me a heart? Nope. Sorry, can't. Sorry.
Have you ever eaten chalk?
No.
Okay, so I'm highly anemic, and when I was pregnant, I would crave chalk, and I would eat it.
What a
Not
weirdo.
a lot, but every once in a while I'd take
I
a
knew
bite.
you were weird, Zeta.
Doesn't taste that
I
bad.
knew it. You're so crazy.
Doesn't even taste bad. Not even kidding.
No, you're not going to turn me on to chalk. I'm sorry. That's a hard pass. That's a hard
I'm not done
pass.
with you yet. I'm a chalk pusher. That's where I am now. What else did I have on my list? I got one. Okay, so I don't know if that's what you're pointing at.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. People that rip packages. So passages too. Don't rip a passage, bitch. No, packages. So I worked retail for years. Even in upper management retail, any package that's been fucked with, it's over. You're never selling that item.
No, people don't want it.
No.
It's tainted goods.
You can rip the package yourself and not want it. People do that. They will rip open something, look at it, put it back, and get the one in the package. And then you're stuck with that one for 20 years. Eventually it makes it in the damage bin. And you got to fill out paperwork. It's a lot of shit.
Yeah, it is.
Well, now I work in a different industry and we don't have a lot of packages, but there are a few things in packages. And today I found a package and I about lost my shit because there is a little thing, unseal it. You can unseal it, open it, keep the package
You can unseal it and reseal it.
Yeah,
It's like,
and
yeah.
Instead, they're like, let's rip this shit open. Like we're
They couldn't take the
opening
time
chips.
to find the little corner to
No, it's like the people that rip open cereal or chips and
Yeah.
they rip it so
Yeah.
far that it comes out of the side.
Why?
I want to stab them too. We should have named
and that
this
makes
one.
it go stale faster.
We should name this one "People I Want to Stab." I don't think it would post.
If we can get by with
Yeah.
I can't
I
even
wanna
say it.
stab.
I can't even say it because I'm laughing too hard. But if we can get by with conversation clit, we can
Oh,
get
maybe. Yeah, you're right.
we
forgot
can get
about
by
conversation clip.
with people I want to stab.
I'm really creative with these names. Yeah. On that note, I got a message. I've gotten a few messages from the same guy, and he is messaging me, emailing me, wanting me to sign up for his thing where he promotes your podcast. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of scammers out there like that. And
Yeah, you gotta
first
be
off,
aware.
we're not in it for the money.
No.
We do this.
Obviously.
We leave a lot of money on the table because really we're at this point we're just really having fun.
Yeah.
And we do well, we get good numbers, whatever. But that's just not where our focus has been.
Yeah.
And so I know there's a lot of scammers out there and whatever. And I think we're doing pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
But he keeps harassing me. And he's harassing me about our YouTube. He's found our YouTube page.
Oh,
We
no.
don't really promote our YouTube. We don't have any video
I forgot
on
we
it.
even had a YouTube.
It's just to give listeners another option to find us, but that's it.
Yeah.
And maybe eventually we're gonna do video. We've talked about it, but we've not really focused on it. We're busy girls. Okay?
We really are. What's good if we actually get a
We're
recording?
really trying to get a recording in at this point. And so he keeps
struggle.
sending me these messages about our numbers, telling how much better we could do and potential, but and he gets more aggressive with these messages, and I just ignore him
That is so weird.
because I'm not interested.
It's so odd.
And
like, why are you so invested in how
he
good
wants me
our
to
podcast
spend money
does?
with
I
him,
know.
and he'll promote us and whatever.
And bleh.
Bleh. And so today was maybe the fourth message, and it was aggressive and it was rude, and it was like basically you're fucking up. And so I finally responded. This is right before you and I got
This
to my
blows
house
my mind. Why didn't you tell me this?
because I wanted to talk about it on here. And so I
wanted to wait till it got real good.
And so I responded, "Will you kindly fuck off?" That was it. That was the whole response.
That is so great. I love that.
That's where I am in life, y'all. This is Gen X. This is Gen X and 49.
That was
I give
so
no
nice.
fucks.
I love it.
So that was my response. Okay, here's my other one thing that pisses me off is people in Texas that drive in the left lane, the speed limit or under.
Yeah, get out of here.
I definitely want to stab you. What do you
See, and the thing is, I'm a right laner because I know I'm slow.
Right.
I know
And
I'm slow.
I respect that.
And by slow, I mean I go the speed limit most of the time. But
Yeah.
you know,
In
that's
Texas, that's slow.
That if you're going to go the speed limit,
Yeah.
you need to be in the right lane. I'm a right laner.
And I have seen people argue that you're breaking the law and why should I move so you can break the law? Well, guess what? There's another law. And that law in Texas is you can't ride in the fast lane. It is a passing lane.
Yeah.
You can get in the lane and pass others to keep the speed going.
Mm-hmm.
The left lane is not meant for riding.
Yeah, it's not for cruising.
You're not supposed
You're
to
not
stay
cruising
it.
in that lane.
So even me that likes the speed, I'm not supposed to stay in the left lane either. And I know that. And I got pulled over for that one time.
Mm-hmm.
I got pulled over in Louisiana, actually, for staying in the left lane.
Mm-hmm.
They did not give me a ticket, and they did not pull me over because I was speeding. They pulled me over because I was in the left lane too long.
Mm-hmm.
God bless that cop.
Right?
I thanked
Doing
him.
the Lord's work.
I did. I laughed and thanked him. And he was like, just, occasionally move to the right.
Right on you, man.
Yeah.
Right on
And
you.
he goes, you're from Texas. I understand. This is against your nature. I was like, yes, sir. He was like, I was just happy you were going under 90.
No.
You're welcome. I'm not kidding. And so, And so stay the fuck out of the left lane. And if they're from out of state, I give them grace because I'm like, I know this is my culture. These are my people. And if they're not from here, they don't know. But if you're from Texas, I am wishing your children sterile. I am pissed.
Gosh. Tell us how you really feel, Dave.
No. On that note, people that hack dead people's Facebooks because
I love that segue. That was great.
because this is why it's a segue. And I might finish this with this one unless you got more. Because my brother's Facebook got hacked.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah. And they're not posting stuff, but they're messaging people trying to sell a car.
Oh my gosh.
And like, have you heard about this? Whatever. It's,
How low can you go, man?
So they message I think they go in alphabetical order. I don't know how this works, but I'm guessing when you go into messaging, it naturally gives you, if you don't have a history of messaging people, it probably goes in natural order of your alphabet.
Yeah.
So everybody that's messaged me about it has been like an A through a D.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm obviously not been messaged by my dead brother, but his wife has.
Oh.
And so she's the first one that told me.
Can you imagine the jump scare when you open that?
Well,
up?
she just thought it was my son.
Oh.
Because they're both Zoll. So she automatically just saw Zoll and just assumed it was my son. And they have an ongoing joke. And she was like, is it raining there? And then she realized it was actually my dead brother, her husband.
Yeah.
So she screenshot it and sent it to me. And so I put on my face. In fact, you know what? I'm going to read it. Because I was pissed, but I was also like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't be that pissed because there's really not much that you can do. So I decided that I needed to let people know, obviously my dead brother is not trying to sell a car on Facebook right now. So I put on my page, Zolo Incident Pact, please don't respond to any messages. Anyone hacking a dead person's Facebook deserves a painful, slow removal of their balls. Hey, hacker, your mama should have been swallowed. That's what I put on Zol's.
That's very impressive.
You're welcome. So then now let me look up what I put on Zol's, because then I realized that some people will see it, but not everybody's going to see it. So, oh shit, man, he might have erased it. The hacker erased my post.
How rude.
It was rude. And now he's selling a Honda Accord. He now has a 2012 Honda Accord for sale for $3,000. Please, no problems at all. Just need some space. I bought a new car and I'm not saving the car. Literally. These people. Okay, so they responded mine. But on Zol's, I put on his page that I hoped that whoever it was posting this that hacked him, that they their balls are removed by a wild gator. And that every male heir born in their family is born sterile to remove their name from this earth.
Oh my gosh. That's intense. I like it though. Very specific.
That's exactly what
I like it. That's the level of petty that I like.
Yeah. So that's my current list of things that piss me off.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Anything else?
I think we're good.
Yeah. I think we're caught up and we're good.
I feel like that was a therapy session.
Yeah, it really was.
I really needed that.
I have a kind of fun weekend planned this weekend. I'm not going to talk about it. We'll talk about it next week, but I got some things to talk about.
Oh, I want to know right now. Let's
yeah.
turn this off so you can tell me.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Well, that's all for today. Thank you for joining us. Maybe come back next week and bring a friend.
Yeah. And remember, there's always 3 sides to every story.
2 sides and the truth.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.